YouTube, what's going on? Juniio here, back again with the quality content, as well as some reactions, some viewer requests. Here we go again. Episode of said quality content, as always, sponsored by RuneGate Studio. If you like me and you like what I do, go check out the other things that I do. Support me there. I really appreciate it. Go road to 100 subscribers. Yay! Today's video, we're checking out a band, a song that was requested a few months ago, and that is the band Elder. The song, Dead Roots Stirring, thanks to the commenter Murderous Purpose. Of course, everybody else, follow in their example. Leave your suggestions in the comments down below, and the next video could be yours. This is the first time I've heard of this band. This is the first time I've ever listened to any of their songs. I don't know. I just felt like doing it on a whim, okay? There's no rhyme or reason as to why I picked this song. It's like 12 minutes again, and I really don't have time to be doing stuff like that today. Either way, let's just jump right into it. I don't have time to waste. We're gonna go into it. Thanks, Murderous Purpose, for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. I have the lyrics here. As far as I know from the comment, this is a sludge doom metal band, so that sounds pretty fun, I think. Pretty relaxing, maybe. I mean, that bass is pretty sludgy, that's for sure. Kinda groovy too, man. Gonna pause the song so I can talk a little bit, so this doesn't turn into just listening to the song with some other dude. Clearly it's all instrumental so far. You know, I'm not really being very animated or anything when I'm reacting to this song because it's very calming. It's like soothing, it's relaxing. This kind of metal I find to be just something you can just vibe to as you're about to fall asleep. You could listen to something like this perhaps. It covers you in these blankets of fuzzy noise that are just warm and suffocating. It's like you've sunken into a swamp and you're just floating amidst this blackness. You know the scenes when in like movies or just some sort of TV show or something where somebody falls underneath the water and all of a sudden they're just suspended in this infinite darkness? That's kind of what it feels like, except like a swamp. But maybe that's only because of the genre name sludge. Like I feel like it should just be something thicker than water. I don't know. But that's just a feeling I'm getting from the song right now. You have this lead guitar line that is just wandering its way through this sodden landscape. Maybe I'm also being influenced by this album art too. It just seems like a very like the mists, the swamps of the dead, for whatever it's called in Lord of the Rings, right? Like that kind of landscape. But this lead guitar line, it's pulling a lot of inspiration, I feel like, just from rock music. It's what's keeping me interested in the song, because the bass stuff, the drums, the fuzzy bass guitar, everything else, it's all a good foundation for the song, and that's kind of what has the whole hypnotic effect of this doomy, sludgy sound. But it's the wandering lead guitar line that is taking me on the journey of music, dude. So that seems like the ending of one movement and then going into another, right? Or maybe just more of the same. What do I know? But doesn't that sound very like classic rock inspired? Okay, so finally the vocals are introduced. And it's got that certain quality that you hear in some rock songs. Like, is this metal? I guess it's classified as like kind of sludgy, doomy stuff. And the vocals are reflective of the roots of that, right? Like old school doom metal, Black Sabbath, blah, blah, blah. Nowadays, I feel like something like this is more reminiscent of some like psychedelic rock bands that I've heard every once in a while. I don't know. Maybe that's completely wrong. I have no idea. I'm just pulling words out of my mind, out of faint memory, so who knows if I'm accurate in anything I'm saying. I was wondering if it was going to be more of like those very low death growls that you'd hear from a band like Draconian, one of my favorite doom death metal bands, or something like this, which is a bit more old school. It's a bit more, I guess, accessible. I don't know. I guess it adds to the whole trippy vibe that I'm getting right now. I think it suits the stumbling lead guitar line very well. Take a look at the lyrics. It just says, "Sense awaken, so deep a breach against the ice, signs of stagnance give way, a flower of the time." Who knows what that means, right? The song's called Dead Roots Stirring, which is an image of new life or dead things coming back to life, the undead, or renewal, or rebirth, or unnatural, the unholy, a purveyor of filth and decay. You could take this so many ways. So who knows what the lyrics are really saying? Something, the dead roots are awakening, straining against their icy prison, creating deep reaches within the eternal stronghold of the iceberg. There are signs of stagnance that reveal how many eons have passed since this dead root being has been free. Ooh, fantasy inspired, eternal prisons, insanely powerful monsters and beings. Hey, my favorite thing. Ooh. Okay, before we get into that section, finally after 6.5 minutes, we're starting to vary a little bit in the instrumentation. But I really feel like the star of the song right now is that lead guitar. It's what's really the most interesting. Yeah, the lyrics are there, but there's so few lyrics that they're hardly the point of the song, I feel like. And I mean, I think they're just there to provide additional commentary and what I think the overall meaning journey of the song is supposed to be. The second verse saying, "Old oak standing, worn bare, a temple to the times, new growth coming, green sheet, a fabric of the lies." And that's it. That's all we get. We get 8 lines over almost 7 minutes of song. So the lyrics and the vocal sections really, I think, are just, they're meant to be like, so let's think of the song like this. If the song is the protagonist journeying across this say like this wasteland, this landscape, I guess maybe it's depicting an ocean or river, but I'm saying it's a swampy sort of gross thing because of the colors. The protagonist is journeying through this treacherous landscape, whatever it is. The bass, the drums, that underlying fuzzy wall of noise is the land itself, and much of the senses, the sensory feelings he gets, smell, touch, hearing. But then the guitar solo lead line going throughout the entire song is what he sees. It's his interactions with the environment. It's his journey through. It's his reactions to various events happening. Whereas then the lyrics are really just thought bubbles that pop into his mind every once in a while after surviving certain ordeals or coming to some epiphany about his surroundings. They're really just afterthoughts, and they're not the main point of the song. All that to say, a very long-winded thing to say, that there's a lot more going on than just the lyrical content, which is maybe throwing me off a little bit because I'm typically just here to dissect lyrics with the afterthought being the music. But right now, I'm being taken on a musical journey. I'm being taken on an adventure, a quest through these deadly swamps. And I'm right there, step by step, side by side with our protagonist. Now we got this. We're back into it, okay? We're back into what we've had some sort of conflict. We had some sort of discovery. Now we're running for our lives. We're running for our lives through the swamp. Who knows what's chasing us? Some unfathomable beast. These dark, what is it, dead roots. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like this song is one that I think needs to be this long because it's taken me about this long for me to really get into it. I think if the song had only been about 3 or 4 minutes long, I would have been like, meh, that was meh, whatever. But after 10 minutes now of this same thing, and then kind of it's given me time to construct this narrative in my mind that's really been able to sweep me along with the music, and I'm imagining myself on all these escapades uh, with this hero or whatever, and it's making it a lot better for me. So I think the fact that it's so long is definitely a plus in this instance. Sometimes it's not, but in this instance, it definitely is a good thing, I think, for the song. We also had our final verse, the final section of lyrical content, which goes a little something like this. Black void yawning, this mass will bury us alive. Dead roots stirring, new life shining in our eyes. Not stay rooted to the shore. Let the waves consume our bones. Don't you know it's hard to live when we go it all alone? Again, as obtuse and as indecipherable as ever, there's language surrounding trying new things, being brave, venturing out on your own. But then it's also at the end saying it's hard to live when you go it alone. So maybe the value in the relationships you have with other people, not letting the past bear you down, being open to new things or second chances when presented. I don't know. I think there's a bunch of different ways you could take it. I'm too caught up on this mystical journey right now because that's all I really think about is life other than my own. So let's complete it together. Let's see if we can make it out of the swamp. Or maybe Shrek will catch us. I don't know. That was Dead Roots Stirring by the band Elder. A very relaxing, sleepy kind of song. That I can imagine listening to when I'm just if I'm just in bed doing other things. I don't know, looking at emails or something like that, right? I can imagine myself just having this on in the background and it being very chill, kind of like the atmospheric black metal that permeates most of my downtime nowadays. I wouldn't go out of my way to be like show my friends oh hey guys, check out this bomb new song I heard recently. It's not anything flashy, it's not anything super grand, but rather a meandering journey that plumbs the depths of your consciousness. It was a pretty cool adventure, I'd have to say. Again, I think the star of the show here is that lead guitar. It's what stole all my attention, and everything else is just kind of background noise, filler, but pretty good nonetheless. I don't know, I enjoyed myself, so I guess that's all I can really say about it. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. So if you like the video, make sure to like it. If you like my channel, make sure to subscribe. Of course, everybody have a great day. I'll see you some other time. And yeah.